So, how it works in wintertime here in Canada is if it's a really beautiful sunny day with blue skies, that usually means it's much colder outside. The cloudy days are usually the warmer days. Currently, right now, it's about minus 26 or 27 outside. I don't know what the wind chill is. I'm not sure what the wind chill is today. Let's see if I can get it to focus in there somewhere. I don't know if I can with all the frost on the window. Might have to go inside. I think it says -5 there. Now, I don't know what the temperature is Fahrenheit because my little gauge doesn't go that low, but I'll look it up. I'll try and post it on the screen for you guys. Oh, it's much warmer out of the wind. So the sun should warm it up, and I'm guessing it probably went below -10 in here last night. So, oopsies. It says about -4. Oh, maybe it didn't get that cold in here last night. The sun's been shining on the trailer for a little bit now. Dirt's frozen. There's absolutely nothing I can do. I can't add a second heater or anything in here, so the trees just have to live with it. And I figure if I can keep it -5, -7, they should be fine from what I've researched. And you can see, well, these two weren't doing good to going into the winter, but look at how healthy these guys are. And I mean, the ground is frozen. You can see that even the trunks have gotten thicker since I repotted them. They are absolutely healthy and doing well. So they are probably the most sensitive trees in here right now, with the pomegranates being next, and the pomegranates also look fine except for my baby back there. I think I might have lost it. It looks like the trunk split, and that major freeze that we had just before actual winter started might have actually caught it. Very sad if I lose that one. That's the one that dampened off, the only survivor. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. This one looks like it should be fine. All these fine branches always die. And then I have a whole bunch of other ones there. I'm not sure what'll happen with them. We'll see. We'll see what lives and what doesn't. These guys will all be fine. Guess I don't need to water them until the temperature warms up. The only thing I get afraid of, like I closed all the other curtains and they get morning sun. So the only thing I really, sorry guys, the only thing I really get afraid of is that they can't bring up enough moisture from the frozen soil to stop the dehydration from the sun. But they seem to be going okay. I'm checking constantly, so yeah. I don't think these guys have defrosted yet. The snow's melted now on them finally. She's cold one today. This is more like a bit more normal. Beautiful blue sky. I'm just hoping that the wind stops. I need to do some more repairs on the outside of the house. I can't go up and down the ladder. We have a lot of wind. Oh, there's also a lot of ice. Anyways, I'm going back in the house. Okay, I think I have it all set up. I don't know how this light back here is going to work. I ran out of daylight when I was procrastinating on some other stuff, but trying to get everything all cleaned up. I need to trim up my ficus. So this is one of my first trees that I bought for the purpose of bonsai. And it is one of the original ones from the pot. There was 3 trees in the pot originally. And the turtle tree was one of the original trees in that pot. I lost the turtle tree when I brought it inside the house. It just did not enjoy that move at all. You can see I found a little background so my junk room won't be so distracting. I'm just noticing the skeleton leg up there. That's pretty distracting. That's the skeleton that was in my 200-gallon aquarium. Probably it will go back there, or maybe I can plant a tree on it. I don't know. It's a full-size skeleton. Anyway, this one has been hit and miss. It seems to have a lot of bad luck. It was in my greenhouse when the greenhouse flipped right over. It was knocked over in a windstorm, and it's had a lot happen to it. Now, with all the other channels I watch and everything I see and what I know, usually the apex in the tree, the very top of it, is the most vigorous. But this ficus here seems to be the absolute complete opposite of that, where I cannot keep that top alive. It just keeps losing branches up there, and it's not vigorous at all and hasn't grown since the last time I pruned it at the top of the tree at all. I don't have a turntable with me, but I'll try and rotate the tree here a little bit so you can see it all the way around. You can sort of see the top there. These branches are super vigorous. I just love these branches. Now this branch here is the one that got broken right off when the greenhouse flipped over on it, and it's repaired itself. It lived and repaired itself. I don't know if I can give you a close-up of that. Let me just take this rock out of here so it doesn't fall on the ground. And I'll tip the tree forward. Let's see if I can give you a close-up of that. If my phone lets me do close-ups today. Oh, of course, we have a shadow here. There we go. But you can see it is pretty darn close to healed. There's just a one little hole there now. I might open that hole back up to get that to close all the way, but I will probably just let it do it naturally. It's got a bit of a lump there, but nothing I'm going to really be too bothered by. Whoa, you guys cannot see a thing. There you go. So I don't know what I will do with this tree now. This branch here seems pretty vigorous, but this one back here, or at the front or whatever that is, didn't come back. It's still alive, but it's just not growing anything. And all these little branches up here just keep dying. But these, I keep saying but a lot today. But seems to be my word today. You can see the branches are doing super well. And I picked this tree not just because it was on super sale. I think I got the whole lot for $5 or something like that. They were just little tiny trees, of course, but nobody wanted them simply because they weren't like green. I guess everybody thought they were sick. They're like this lime color. After a while, the leaves will go darker green, but I got it because I love this lime color that they stay, and they have the dark green instead of white. I don't know, I just fell in love with this tree, and it was because of these lime colored leaves. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I think that's why I'm having a hard time with words and stuff, is I'm not sure how to help this tree. Some of these leaves up here look like they might have bugs on them, but I'm not seeing any actual bugs. So I'm not sure what's causing that. Some of these could have been burnt. I'm not sure, but the top of this tree has never been super vigorous. Not like the branches down at the bottom have. Yeah, so I'm trimming this up today. My unusual stone back. Do some weeding. Not much weeds in here. I've been trying my best to keep up with the weeds, especially those wood sorrels. The ones that look like clovers. Oh, I made the mistake of keeping some of those last year. Don't fall for it. They're cute, adorable little clover looking things, but oh, are they ever awful. So this soil, it crumbles away like it's dry. You can still feel the moisture in there. And I'm watering about every second day or so when they start to feel dry. This one will definitely need a repot. I don't know if I'll do that today. I don't know if I have enough time to do a full repot today, but I'll just show you why here. Take this rock out again. Let's see if you can see in there. Yeehaw! Go full close up. Oh, I have to turn it around maybe. There we go. Let's see if we can get you guys to see that now. That is one giant root. So I may pull it out of the pot and repot it today, but for right now, we'll just do the upstairs first before we hit the bottom. Whoa, too far. Too far. There we go. Be a little bit closer. It's a weird camera angle. It's the best I can do with this lighting and stuff like that. Okay, so I like how these are drooping down, and I'd like to keep that. There's a lot of sticky stuff on the leaves. There's gotta be bugs on here. I just can't tell what they are. Weird. I'll have to spray them after. I'm not I'm trying again this year. I'm trying that diatomaceous earth. And I'm using a paintbrush and I'm just painting the whole tree with it and painting the ground. You'll start to see in my videos some of the trees will have that white powder all over them, and that's that diatomaceous earth. Just seems like nothing's working inside the house. Not even the chemical spray. So we'll do I'm talking too much. We'll do a trim first. This one's done really well since it came back in the house. I guess we'll start at the bottom and work our way up. So this branch here has a nice droopy part that I really like, but it's getting a little bit out of hand. Yeah, it has a bud started here. I'll take this old leaf off. I didn't close the door over there, so you might hear some other noises. And I think I'll take this branch back right to where this bud is starting here. And I don't think I'll keep any cuttings this time. There's a branch starting back here. I'm going to take an old leaf off. Take this old leaf off. So, hang on, where'd that leaf go? It was sticky. I'm going to look at it. See how sticky it is? I don't know what did that. It looks like something splashed on the tree. It might actually be one of the sprays I used, because there doesn't look like there's any bug damage. Anyway, there's a branch growing in right towards this other branch here. I'm going to take that right off. Open that up a bit. Old leaf I can take off. Big leaf I can take off. Looked like it tried to branch out there but didn't make it. Okay, what else is on here? There's another branch sort of hanging down here. This one. This old leaf will take off. The leaf size can vary quite a bit with these trees. This one's a Ficus Benjamina. What else we got? Splits into two there. I'll have to leave that because the bud is coming out from this leaf. Take off this old little tiny one here. And this branch is kind of curving around. Doesn't really, it's got a branch coming out the other side. I guess I'll nip the tip off of it. I'll have to leave it until those extend. Yeah. So if we follow that branch up farther, it's kind of poking toward us, but I don't know. I want to leave it. Just love those branches. Yeah. Bring you guys in a little bit more. That's a little better, sort of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you guys can see better now. So this one's pretty much done. I know it's a weird long branch, but these ficus are really, really difficult to get to back bud and to go where you want. You just have to kind of go with their flow. So there's the branch farther at the back. So this is one of my main branches. Comes back here. There's a little branch coming down. It's a third branch here. I think I'll take that off. I just thought about keeping it for a second there, but I kind of already have my branches established. So we'll take that off. There's this branch here. It's a nice branch. It's a really nice branch, but it's crowding this one. I'll try just taking this off for now. That's a little better. Kind of hard to see with all that growth above it, eh? These branches are so vigorous. Turn it all the way towards you. Oops. I have to just adjust my position here. My legs are going slightly onto the numb side because I'm on the floor here. Okay, what do we have here? I think you guys can see that. So the other part of this branch, there's a part here that's growing upwards. I don't think I need that down here. I'm going to take it right off. There we go. Yeah. There's a branch growing downward underneath. It's a nice little branch too. This one here, hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, it's hard to go back and forth looking at the camera. There's this one here. There's the one growing downward, which actually is kind of a nice branch down here. I can bring the whole branch back to that section maybe. That's all new growth. I think I will. I'm going to bring it back. There's this one sprig here too. Let me see what it looks like back to that. It will weep down on its own after. There we go. I love when it goes long and sweeping like that. That's what I loved about that root over rock I had with a cutting from this tree. That the branches were sweeping over that rock. Unfortunately, we lost that one. And I think that goes upwards too much. So I think I will bring it back to these two branches here. And then there's one that sweeps down and one that goes up here. I'll take this one that goes up off. I have to go find my scissors. I'm always afraid to take off too much because I lost the other trees. So now I'm apprehensive with this one. I think I'll just leave that for now and see what it does when it extends out. Because it looks good from the front. Really change the shape of the tree. Well, take the tips off anyway. Tip off here. Go all the way back to here with that one. Just want to see what those ones do. I might even be able to get rid of these ones for these, the underneath ones. So the highest part of this branch, of the lowest branch, everything grows so thick, except for my hair. My hair grows thick too, but it doesn't belong on the tree. I kept an upright part back here, probably because there was nothing else there. This branch does a lot of kind of 90-degree angle weird stuff. Trying to keep you guys in frame. Well, I do have to bring it way back, so let's look for some good branches there. Take the wheat braid off of this, I guess. So there are a lot of branches back here. There's a new one starting here. Just bring it back to that. I love the leaves on these. Just beautiful color on them. I can take this old leaf off, I guess. That bud is long enough now with its own leaf. What else do we have here? This one's extending a lot. I can take the tip off of that. Old leaf I can take off. That section is really bugging me. It's getting thick there too. There's this one going completely vertical I can take off. So there's a branch pointing down, but it goes back that way. That's not ideal. And there's a new one coming out this way. Under here. So you can see here, this is the branch I'm talking about. So there's a longer extension going this way, and there's a new one here. So I'm going to cut this off in favor of this one. Just like that. And I really don't like this upright thing here. There is a branch coming out a really good direction this way right here. Right here, this leaf here is connected at the exact same point as this branch. So I'm going to take the larger branch off and favor that bud right there. That I think will look much better. And there's well, maybe we'll be able to correct this one almost the same way. I'll take this old leaf off here. Leaf off back here. And we'll just take the tip off this one for now. There sure is a lot of branching here. Oh, take this old leaf off here. I think that does that whole branch. All I can do for now anyway. So it looks like from the front here. What do you guys see? Zoom you guys out a little bit. So that's one branch done. And I think I left enough foliage on it that it should come back okay. So I guess we'll go to this side now and do this one. Ooh, try not to lose the tree off the edge of that container. Okay. So this is coming around this way, and this branch sort of is doing a full circle back into the tree. As pretty as it looks, it's not ideal. And there's another branch going out this way, which is much better. You can see an old... Can you see that? Let's zoom you guys back in again. Whee! So this is the one I was talking about. Goes back around into the tree. And there's an old pruning stub there, so I had cut it, probably hoping I'd get another little pad here, but that's not ideal. I think we're going to cut that right off and go with this branch. Just like that. Take this old leaf off. Take this old leaf off. The ones I call old leaves might not be super old leaves, but every leaf has a bud at the base. So when the bud pops out at the base, this leaf can be removed. And I just call those an old leaf. It's just the base leaf, I guess you could also call it. So this whole branch looks so spindly and long now because it's got no leaves way back here. Everything's all at the very end. But that's just how these trees are sometimes. They are hard to get the back bud. I don't know how Nigel does it. I'm gonna have to learn his secrets. Alright, what else we got? Ah, I got that in frame. Right on. So we have a branch set here. And you can see the branches, they're like growing in towards one another like this. So we'll try and correct that. First though, there's this little branch. Now, should we take that off? I guess we'll have to. So we'll take this whole branch right off here. There's a little rocket branch underneath. Right here, this little rocket branch. It makes a third branch from the same spot. We'll have to take that off as well. So, take that right off. Makes that look even longer and even spindlier. Spindlier, is that a word? Okay, so we need to shorten this one and try and get it to grow out the other way. For some reason, every time I cut it, it grows back inwards rather than out the other way. I'm just going to take this old leaf off here. So there's an upward facing shoot here. It doesn't it doesn't grow straight vertically. It grows outwards. I'm going to take this shoot back to that. It'll swoop back down. These trees are really good for weeping back down. Sorry, just gotta try and position myself again. Take this old leaf off. And this branch, oh, we're getting a little bit out of frame here. Aha. Okay, and this branch, except this inside one's not really ideal if I keep this one. Look at it from the front. It's kind of hard to tell. It just looks so long. So this part's growing up and into the branch beside it. I don't really want that. And I was kind of thinking for a minute there to remove that branch completely, but I think that I might need that branch in the future. There's a little bud down here that hasn't taken off really. Maybe there's hope for that one. But I'm going to take this part that's growing upwards, I'm going to take that right off. No choice, I don't want that. And we'll see what this stuff does. And I think this one, like when I first started, I was trying to do like a formal upright, like a bonsai you see in books or TV or whatnot. And now I kind of sort of have to keep with that style, or I don't know if I do, but I'm not confident enough to reshape it yet, I guess. Is what more it is. And I don't know if I can count on this old leaf to do anything for me. I'll have to play it safe for now. I'm going to cut it back to this shoot here. There's going to be some crisscrossing stuff, but I think it just has to stay like that for now. This little branch under here, it's got lots of shoots coming from all over the place. I'll just take that big long tip off. And then that'll give it its own space there for now. And I guess we'll have to see what happens. That I'll leave. This is like a brand new leaf. It's all soft and supple. Actually, I think I'm going to cut this branch back to this shoot here. Right. Yeah, you can see. Right under here. You can see an old prune mark there, but I wonder if you guys would be better looking from above. Let me see if I can lift you guys up. Whee! Whoa, sorry. That might work a bit better, eh? Looking down. So now you can kind of see what I'm talking about with the stringiness. The branches just get really long, but I don't think I can count on this little shoot here to do anything for me. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, where are we here? We got lots of weeping branches here. They're so cool. I love those weeping branches. But we also have a big tangled mess here. So we're going to work our way down. We're into the center one here. I think I'll cut this vertical looking part off here. I think this part that's turning back into the branch, I think I'm going to take that away. I'm going to cut right back to here. Old pruning stub here. That gives this middle part more room. There's a little bud starting here, and there's another one behind this leaf, so I'm going to cut this back right to here. I need to cut this leaf off. It's old and yellowed. And we have all the weeping branches there. They look very nice. Let's see where they all are here. Take this old leaf off. Take this entire section off here. Take this old leaf off. This old leaf off. Take the tip off. Should we go all the way back? Maybe go back to here. This one, old leaf, old leaf, old leaf up here. And I think I'll take this upper section off. Here. And I can't take this one off yet, that bud's not big enough, and I'll go back to here. Look at that pretty leaf. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, we'll leave it at that for now, and then we'll move on to the last part of this branch here. You guys can see that somewhat. Somewhat. Okay. That's quite the tangled mess there. See if I can bring you guys a bit closer. This might have to be a two-part video. 2 branches, and it's already taken me over 40 minutes. Okay. Look at that. That's quite the mess. This branch, oh, it actually did grow a little bit. Not where I wanted it to, though. Okay. We'll leave it alone. This branch here, all this stuff that's growing back into the tree, we'll take all that off. this one, and this one. Gone. Now there's not really much I can do about this. I'm gonna have to just leave it alone and hope for the best, because I like having this branch back here, just not that it's the way it is. Now this is all pointing forward. Take this old leaf off here. There's a spent leaf here. This bud makes 3 at one junction, so we'll pop that off there. Guess I can't shorten that too much. There's only a little vertical growth to go by. Yeah, I can't even take that tip off yet. It's not safe. There's an old leaf. That's kind of a weird tip on that, eh? It's got real nice short internodes though. It's an old leaf there. Old leaf here. I think I'll keep that as is. I can't do any Hail Mary cuts because the ones that I did didn't really amount to anything. Just that one dead branch there, and it's not even dead, it's still green, it just won't grow. Okay, go around to this side. We have this big branch up here. We'll have to shorten that back slightly, I guess. I'm gonna move you guys a little bit again so I can get in there. There's a branch here going straight up. Let's look at it from the front here. So this branch I did a Hail Mary cut, and I scratch it once in a while and it's still green, but nothing out of it at all. And the tops, like I said, the tops, I always end up losing branches on the tops. They just never really take off. So I've got a new branch underneath. Oh, there's 2 branches coming from the same spot underneath. Can you guys see that? Oh yeah, the 2 branches there. Let's see. So this one comes straight out toward the front, so I think I probably have to take that one off. That leaves us with this one left there, I can take some of these leaves off. Look at this little tiny leaf here. Isn't that cute? Look at that little bitty leaf. That's an older leaf too. You can see some of them get pretty small. Okay, got that one. So we've got a nice one coming out toward us here, but not poking us right in the eye. We'll take this old leaf off. And we have another split way here. Take it back to at least here. Take this old leaf off. These ones get pretty big. This old leaf can come off. This old leaf can come off. There's another bud starting here. We'll take that back to at least that. This leaf can come off. This branch has lots of really nice branching attached to it. This branch going right into the other one. I'll take that off. Space those out a bit. Another little teeny tiny leaf here. Ever cute. Old prune stub here. Bring this one back. And as for these two, there's a branch back here, one underneath and one on top. I'll take this one on top off. I don't think we need that there. I think that'll do. So we'll take a look from the front here. I'll bring you guys back down. Oops, down, periscope. There we go. So that looks somewhat better. A little more controlled, eh? A little more light and airy, even though my nice flow is gone. And I think I have an idea for the top, maybe. I don't know. There is some good taper, like it's a subtle taper, but it's still nice. I'm wondering if maybe just cut it here and take the top right off and regrow a new top, since there's already a branch growing straight up. What do you guys think? Was that a mistake? You can see there's lots of sap there. That's good. And I'll probably keep this as a cutting. Yeah, that's a big change, eh? Just gonna put the sap on top there. Just pleating real good there. There's no blood here. It's not going back down. It's only going up. Poor thing. I think it'll be better. The top's not vigorous anyways, and the branches are so nice. I think I can get a nice sprawling canopy off of that. Might still be a little bit crowded here, but I'll wait until this really grows in, and then I'll go from there. Might even take this whole branch off to get rid of that nub that's there. Yeah, so that shortened it. That'll introduce some taper, and once it reallocates, words are hard. Once it reallocates its resources a little bit more, I'll be able to take this little stump back farther. Yeah, I think that'll look okay. Ouch. I think there's a lot of potential in this tree. It's one of my oldest ones. It's gotta be, I'll have to look, but it's gotta be at least 8 years old. And the pomegranates are 4 now. Can't believe it's been 4 years since I started them from seed. Yeah. Okay. That's it. And like I said, I'll probably clean this stub off of here and take off any rusty leaves and plant that as a cutting. Okay, that's about the craziest thing I've done in a long time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be safe out there.